Carla, welcome to my channel, or welcome back. Today I'm with my best friend, my husband, my baby daddy, Cruz.
Hi.
Hi. I've had him on my channel a few times, mostly on my vlogs, but y'all don't really know anything about him. So, do you see her? Cruz.
Yeah, I see her.
She wants to be in the video. I don't really know anything about him or our relationship. I do post about him quite often on my Instagram, but I want y'all to get to know us a little bit better, so we're gonna do the husband tag. Basically, we're just gonna answer some questions about us, about our relationship, about him, yeah. And before we start this video, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell so you get notified whenever I'm making a video. And if you want to see more of us, follow me on my Instagram and his, and I'll put them right here so you can go and check us out. And I do have a TikTok. He doesn't, but you can go and see me on there. So let's start with this video. How and where did we meet? So we met in high school. I was a sophomore and you were a junior when we met, and we were in choir together. We had mutual friends, and we kind of hung out a little bit on a field trip, but didn't really hang out too much. We rode the Titan.
Yeah, we rode the Titan together.
We rode the Titan at Six Flags. So we kind of talked there, but I had a boyfriend, he had a girlfriend, so it wasn't like anything. It was platonic. And then towards the ending of the year, my sophomore year and his junior year, we became really good friends, and we like told each other like we kind of liked each other, but we waited a whole year before we even like started dating because I had just gotten out of that relationship by that time. What was your first impression? I thought you were kind of like a bad boy. You just kind of had like that look. I thought that was you, but as I got to know you, I figured out that it wasn't you. It was just like kind of like, yeah, I don't know the words, but like that's just like kind of like the vibe people put out, but that wasn't actually you.
Yeah, I get that, because half the time whenever I would go to school, sometimes I would dress in a white button-up shirt, and like another time I would dress in a band shirt, and I would wear black pants and black shoes because I was into rock and metal a lot, and I hung around people like that, and I went to a lot of concerts.
You're still like that. You just don't hang around.
I don't wear a lot of black anymore. I still have some band shirts that I still wear, and I bought some new ones recently, but I don't dress like that.
No, I mean like you still love rock and metal, and you still go to concerts a lot. Well, not right now, obviously, but
yeah. I thought you were.
And that's why our baby is a metal baby.
Yeah. I thought you were just cute and preppy.
I was. I still am.
Yeah. But you were lame.
How and where was our first date? So I'm thinking it was Valentine's, right?
Yeah.
Was that considered okay?
I think it was Valentine's 2014.
Because that was the first time we were kind of like romantically hung out, because we used to hang out all the time together, like even alone. We just never like considered them dates, because it was never, well, sometimes it would get kind of romantic, but it was never like official. So the first time we made it official, like our first date, was right before we started dating.
Literally a week before we started dating.
Yeah, a week. It was a whole year had passed that we were best friends, and we kind of like wanted to be each other's Valentines, and we just hung out, like, and then we got all dressed up, and then in the middle of it I changed and I went, because we hung out at my house, so in the middle of it I changed and we started playing Spiral on GameCube.
Yeah, I miss those days.
That was fun. You used to get mad at me.
Because you sucked. A lot.
Where was our first kiss and how was it? It was awkward a little because it was kind of weird. because we didn't know each other that well. And so, like I said, we were romantic before we started dating for about a whole year. So our first kiss happened in 2014.
Yeah, it was after a choir concert. And
our first date was in 2015, actually. February 14th, 2015.
You're right.
And our first kiss was in 2014, and it was right before a choir concert. And it was like outside the school, because we both decided, since we kind of had been talking, but we weren't like we hadn't really like hung out in person yet. We had like hung out at a field trip, but like we hadn't really hung out in person. So we decided to hang out right before a concert between after school and we decided to hang out between the end of the school day and our choir concert, and we were with some friends, but then like all the friends decided to leave, and it was just him and me, and we were like right outside the band hall.
Yeah, and before and during the kiss wasn't awkward, but after the kiss it was awkward, because after we kissed we were like, okay, what do we do now?
Yeah, I don't even remember what happened afterwards, but I remember like we went inside, and then it was just like during the whole concert, because I was an alto, he was a tenor, so we were right next to each other. And I remember like feeling butterflies and like being like so nervous like the whole concert, which I used to never get nervous at that point. When did we meet the family?
I can't really give a good answer to that, because I don't really remember when I met your family or when you met my family.
So you met my family. You met the first time you came over, because my family was there.
I don't remember what that was. I mean, the only thing I remember is that we might have had dinner, or I could have just sat on your couch and hung out, but I don't remember anything else than that.
Something funny. His name is Cruz, but my mom didn't know that was his name. So she would call him Jesus, and we would just kind of like joke around with that, because they thought like Cruz was his last name.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I hated when they called me Jesus.
I met your mom. I met her your birthday.
Oh right, because you came over. It was my 17th birthday, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
I met her. That's the first time I went over to your house.
Yeah, okay. I remember that at least.
Mm-hmm.
I remember that was definitely the first time that you met my mom. At least my mom. I don't remember about the rest of my family.
Ooh, how did you know I was the one?
I got you pregnant.
You couldn't have given like a sweet answer, like, oh, like we were like, I don't know a sweet answer. We were engaged when so you were about to marry me and didn't even like know I was the one.
I'm kidding.
Oh my God. So we just woke up. So she's right there. You might see her in bed. But we were saying, how did you know I was the one?
You know, after being with you and us becoming adults and just seeing where our relationship was at and how I felt about you, and kind of knowing what love actually was, because all my relationships in high school were just short, kind of just like flings, you know, not actual, you know, none of them really felt like legitimate relationships.
How did I know you were the one? You were very different than what I thought you were like, and I felt this way about you, and I had never made, you know, I made you wait a whole year to even be my boyfriend, because I wasn't ready to be in a relationship, and you understood that, and you patiently waited for me, and I thought that was really just amazing. And when my senior year, when we were talking about going to college and I was looking at all these places, you hadn't started yet, but you wanted to wait for me, and you wanted to follow me wherever I went and go with me and start our future together. So I knew we were going to have a future together because of everything that you proved. And from there, I had already, you know, I was already in love with you, and it just flourished.
Yeah. Not only did I discover what being in love actually was, we also had like actual common life goals. Like we knew we wanted a family. We knew that we wanted to have, you know, like this specific life together, and you know, now everything is coming into fruition.
How long have we been together? We have been together for 5 years, just dating, and we've been married for 2.5 years.
Yeah, that's right.
This year will be 3. How do we resolve problems? Depends on how big the problem is, because sometimes we need to step away from each other, sometimes we need to just talk. Usually what really happens is we get all of our emotions out, so we like cry or we're angry, and then we talk. Because I'm a very emotional person, and that's why I sometimes, if I step away, it's because I'm very emotional.
Yeah, and a lot of times the problems isn't specifically, you know, within our relationship,
Yeah.
or like with us individually. You know, as a married couple, you know, we have to face everything together, and so whenever like it's our problems, you know, it could be something as simple as something
Stress. It's just
yeah.
like, because you end up getting so much stress, and we're very young. We're pretty young, like you're 22, I'm 21, and we have a life that it's very different than a typical 21 and 22-year-old. Most people don't get married and have kids this young, but it gets stressful for me, like with everything I have going on, and sometimes you get the bad end of it, but we just talk about it and you calm me down.
Yeah, and that's okay, because her problems are my problems and my problems are her problems.
What are key elements to make a successful relationship and marriage? Honestly, one of the biggest things is learning each other's love languages, because him and I, we have different love languages, and what that means is we experience love differently. We want to feel loved in different ways, and if I loved you in the way that I want to be loved, you will feel annoyed. But if you love me in the way that you want to be loved, I would feel lonely.
That's right. There's actually a book you can pick up on you know what she's talking about, called The 5 Love Languages. So I would definitely recommend, you know, picking that up if you're having issues with this sort of thing. One of the things I can't stress about enough is making sure that you remember that not only, you know, as a married couple, and you know, and that you have children, you know, not only are you parents, but you're also a married couple. So I believe that you need to take some time to, you know, maybe step away from, you know, the child or the children for like a day or a night, and, you know, just focus on being with each other, focus on your marriage.
Along with what you were saying, basically, you have to work on being a parent and find balance between being a parent and your life, and working with your spouse to make sure that you keep that spark in there, and just make sure that you understand each other. Where do we want to travel?
There's a lot of places I want to travel.
We do. We were really planning on traveling this year, and that kind of ended up being a bust, but we're gonna see if maybe once this all clears up, maybe by the end of the year. If we're not, we're gonna travel next year. I really want to go to Colorado, New York. I really want to go to Europe.
I second Europe, and I also really want to go to DC as well, and we also want to go to Argentina as well.
Yeah, I'm from Argentina, so I really want to go there. How many kids do we want? So this has changed over the years. At first, we wanted to have 5 kids. And then I got pregnant and realized pregnancy is really hard, and then being a parent is really hard. So now we are thinking about maybe 3.
I'm pretty firm on 3.
Maybe none. No, we have 1. So we're not sure yet. It's whatever God wants. Who's my best friend?
Where's my best friend?
I know who your best friend is. Me.
Yeah.
You're my best friend.
Yeah.
And it's always my best friend. What's my heritage and where am I from?
Your heritage comes from Argentina and Italy. And my heritage is, I'm pretty sure it's like primarily Mexican, but I was born and raised here in Texas, so I'm very Americanized.
So I'm from Argentina, and my grandparents from my dad's side is German, and my grandparent from my mom's side is Italian. They both met in Argentina, and then I came to the United States when I was 3, so I'm very Americanized as well. What that basically means is that our daughter is very mixed. So what is your favorite thing about me?
My favorite thing about you would have to be basically everything about you being, you know, in combination of being a mom to Zoe and a wife to me. You know, I can go on and on about that, but that would be my favorite thing. What's your favorite thing about me? So my ass.
My favorite thing about you is that you are very patient with me. You can handle me literally when I have a really crazy day or I haven't slept. You're really nice.
That is all
And
true.
you're also like very just straight up with me. You don't like sugarcoat things because you know I can handle things. Or like bullshit your way. You just like tell me.
Yeah, I'm a very straightforward person, and I tell it as it is.
Which is like the opposite of me, because I'm very gentle, but like you treat me like I'm tough. And you've helped me become tougher. Not just like stronger, but like emotionally tougher. You help me just be a better person overall.
You do too.
We're gonna say a couple more questions and we're gonna be done. So first one is what's the nicest thing I've ever done for you, but what's a nice thing that I do just on a daily basis?
I would say that you literally help me raise a human being.
Yeah.
That's pretty nice.
You let me sleep when I need to. You let me sleep in when you're here, and you also will let me sleep if you know like I pulled an all-nighter up and studying or something.
Yeah. I don't ever care how much you sleep.
Okay, so for the last question, we're gonna have you ask me something, just like something that pops into your head.
Okay. If we were to have another child, would you like a boy or a girl?
I wouldn't really care. I want another girl because I love being a girl mom, but I also want to experience having a boy. So I'm good either way.
I feel the exact same way.
Yeah, so I actually want the next one to be a surprise. So like I kind of want to wait until the actual birth to find out, and I think that would be really cool, right?
Yeah.
So That was our video. I know it's probably a little bit long, and we kind of have to go because Zoe,
she wants all of our attention right now.
yeah, and my camera's about to die. So thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell, and follow both of us on Instagram and follow me on TikTok. And especially if you want to see our crazy family, our awesome family, just follow us on Instagram. We love y'all. Bye. Say bye.